write just Reiki routines up the top. So you can go to this anytime you want to, you know, a reminder of how you can put Reiki through the day. So Reiki is not just for healing, okay? You can use it in every aspect of your life, through every part of your day. It's energy. And these are our team, our spirit team, including our Reiki guides that we're working with. And many of them walk beside us as we go about whatever we're doing, okay? But to consciously connect with them and work with them every day brings a lot more, how do I say it, awareness to what you're going through. You're become more receptive to your team, to messages, to guidance as well. So it's so easy to do. It's just basically hooking up with them. So I've listed out a few things here. So we'll do a whole day, for example, okay? And it's just an example. So on waking, when you wake up in the morning, first thing I do is call my guides, okay? And this can be done simply by using your calling, including Archangel Michael for protection. So I'm lying in bed, you know, if you've got to go to the loo, empty your bladder, go and do that first and then come back so you can enjoy like a 5-minute healing, 4 minutes. And, you know, many of you have heard me say this, 4 minutes. Okay, so the eyes, the ears, the back of the head and the crown, because everything happens here in the mind. So first thing, calling your team. I call the light, universal love and healing to me. You know how it goes. And many of you have come up with your own callings, which is great, fantastic. Bunch of you have got a lot of archangels in there, but please, Archangel Michael, always, just for that protection, because energy is everything, everywhere. It's what we're all playing in, the heavy energy and the light energy, and it's all part of our experience. So have that protection. So calling your team, going through 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, if you've got time for more, do the whole lot and enjoy the process and take your time instead of thinking, oh my God, I've got to get up, I've got to go to work, I've got to do this, do that. Set the alarm. If you're an alarm person, set it 4 minutes earlier, okay? And do that. This clears the mind for the day ahead. When you've done that, ask your Reiki team and your spirit team to walk with you through the day. This practice I've been doing for a few years now, walking with my team through the day, which, you know, I'm getting messages already, which is maybe why, I don't know, it is, okay, why when my dad passed over, I'd see him sitting out under the jacaranda tree out the back at the table there. We've got a table out the back there. And anyway, that's a whole other story, but being able to see Dad, who had died, you know, so many weeks beforehand, etc. Vanessa, glad you're here. Great. Okay, more people coming in. And being able to pick up on, well, now, what's happening now at home here, I'm seeing there's a man that keeps walking through, well, the lounge. He'll pop up in the lounge sometimes, and I think he doesn't feel bad or anything. I'm just wondering, who is this person? It's not Dad. I don't know who this man is, but I've seen him out and about as well, and sometimes the kids will run past, spirit kids, but seeing between worlds, very much so, because you're walking with your team throughout your entire day, okay? And, well, you know how Reiki works. You know how your team works. If you've been hooking up daily and you know it only takes about a minute, you start getting more messages, more and more. So imagine having Reiki walk with you through the day. You're not necessarily healing anything or anyone, but it's running through you all the time. So when Reiki's running through you, it gets to show you different things that are out and about, okay? Hence Dad sitting at the back sometimes, okay? Or the man in the lounge, whatever the case may be. but a lot of other things as well. Okay, so you've woken up, you've done your cooling, you've done the 4 head positions at least. You've said thanks to your team. Can you please hang out with me for the rest of the day? And then another thing you could do is just read off the principles of Reiki. So just for today, I will not anger. Just for today, I will not worry. Just for today, I will be grateful. Just for today, I will do my work honestly. Just for today, I will be kind to every living thing. Words have an energy to them as well. And saying these things, you know, just for today. And when you're out and about in the day, and if you get angry in a situation, you'll remember the morning, just for today, I will not get angry. Okay, and you're calming your energy. However, I know through the Reiki course, and when you have sessions with me, some of you have had sessions with me, and if you get angry, feel your anger. It's important to feel emotions so they can be released from your body, but then observe them. Be the observer of them. So you're not staying in anger through your day, but experience and feel every emotion that you can. So saying the 5 principles in the morning can just help you as a reminder. And of course, you've got your team with you as well, just to go about your day with these principles in mind. All right. Next, we're having breakfast. Okay. So blessing your breakfast. Now your breakfast, while you're preparing it, or while it's already on the plate or in the bowl, you can put symbols over it if you like. The symbols will be chukare, seiheki, chukare. I've got my cheat sheet here. I don't know if they're back to front on there for you guys or not, so keep that in mind. If you've gone through 2nd degree, you'd have a cheat sheet like this by now. Here's the whole cheat sheet, but you'll get to that on 2nd degree. So chukare, seiheki, chukare, blessing over your food, and just, you know, you've got your team with you always, because you've set it up as soon as you got out of bed, or before you even got out of bed. But, you know, saying something like, please sprinkle blessings all over this food to fulfill my body and the nourishment that it might need for today. You know, make up some words that feel good to you, that resonate with you. The thing here is the intention, plus, well, the symbols. If you haven't got 2nd degree, doesn't matter. Just hover your hands over your plate of food with that intention and let your team do the work for you, okay? You've done breakfast. Walk through symbols before you leave the house. Now, every person that comes into our home walks through 2 sets of symbols before they get inside. Did you know that? If you've ever been here, you've walked through 2 lots of symbols getting into the house, and you'll walk through 2 lots of symbols getting out. These symbols, again, are chukare, seiheki, chukare. I've got them actually drawn on an A4 paper under the doormat on the veranda, and then when you step up, they're under the mat that leads into the house as well. So there's 2 lots there. You can put your symbols anywhere you like around the house, under the chairs, when people sit on the chairs. Once again, if you don't have symbols, just sit a little prayer or a little intention. Prayers are intention, okay? And write something on a piece of paper, perhaps like, welcome you here with peace. And inside might be a harmonious visit. Words are energy, remember this. And plus, you've got your team with you every step of the way. Vanessa, I use my symbols on my daughter when she goes to school. She's being bullied. Yeah, yep. Also have symbols under my front door mat. Okay, awesome. But yep, symbols for the family before they leave the house as well. Yeah, especially for, you know, the kids that are still possibly figuring energy out. But nowadays, more kids are coming in and they know energy. You know, they know a heck of a lot more than we do. And, oh my gosh, I'd love to meet some of these kids because, just hear of the amazing things that they're doing. But symboling the kids, and our kids went through the same thing when they were at school and when they started work. And this is all in the 2nd degree as well, so I won't get into that here. But symboling the whole fam. symbols on the car and into the day ahead. So the symbols again are the same things. Chukare, Seiheki, Chukare. If you don't have second degree, set the intention. You know, I put my car in a bubble of light and love for a safe and wonderful trip. Okay. If you're in the car and you haven't symboled it and you think, oh my God, I've got to symbol the car, you don't have to pull over and get out and symbol the car, okay? You can be driving, and then up at the next power pole, you might visualize Chukare. Okay, see it in your mind, draw it in your mind. I've got someone behind me here. Chukare, Chukare, Chukare in your mind. And when you're setting these symbols up, they hover there. Okay, for me, it looks like a golden shimmer energy. And then as the car comes up to that, the whole car drives through it. Then it's the next power pole. You might think, Seiheki, Seiheki, Seiheki. Drive through that and then seal it again with Chukare. So you don't have to get out of the car, okay? If you've got a big event coming up, you can send, even the night before, send your symbols to, let's say the meeting starts at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning, but tonight I'm just going to send energy to it. So when you're doing this, you'll write it out on a piece of paper. Tomorrow's meeting, 10 a.m. in this room in Toowoomba or wherever. Chukare, Seiheki, Chukare, Honsha, Zijonen, because this is a distance thing, because it's happening in the future. Seal it again with Chukare, 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 and then beaming energy there. And it only takes a minute or two. Okay, and then these symbols are set up at the meeting, hovering there, waiting for 10 a.m. As soon as 10 a.m. comes, they start to descend into the room and everyone around in the room. It's beautiful. Great for school teachers. If you're teaching classes that are, well, a lot of classes are high energy, or some kids that you might have in your class that are not focused enough or just don't want to be at school, setting up symbols and they'll just fall over whoever's in the class. And this is for the people's highest will and good. So you're not interfering in any way. This is Reiki. This is love energy. Okay, so playing with these different ideas that you can incorporate Reiki into throughout your day. All right, what else have we got? Throughout the day, water. If you're drinking water, have your bottle. Chukare, Chukare, Chukare. Put that in there. You might want a mental emotional symbol in there. Seiheki, Seiheki, Seiheki. And always seal it again. Chukare, Chukare, Chukare. Okay, cool. Oh yeah. And see, and then you're drinking this energy. It's beautiful. Have a go with that. And again, if you haven't got to second degree and haven't been attuned to the second degree symbols yet, use your intention. Okay, let's say we're home again now. Dinner. Same thing with dinner. Symboling the whole dining table, everyone around it, or just your meal. Putting symbols on there to amplify the nutrition. Now the shower. You might have a shower in the morning. I like my shower later on when I'm winding down. So what you can do in the shower, and this is beautiful, shower, the shower head, put your symbols, Chukare, Seiheki, Chukare, just on the shower head. And then when you're turning it on, you know how the shower spurts out tiny little droplets that make up a whole stream of water. But then you can imagine each one of those tiny little droplets as a symbol that you've just put into the head. So that's pretty full on that. That's like thousands and thousands of Chukares and Seihekis. You can even whack Honsha Zijonen in there for your aura, okay? Because the aura picks up, well, can carry stuff from the past, but also worries about the future. So, and this is where the distance comes in, but always seal it again with Chukare. And that's a really nice shower. If you've got a bath, we don't have a bath anymore. I miss the bath. Detox bath. So, well, we got a handful of Epsom salts. Get the Epsom salts, Chukare, Seiheki, Chukare, that, and then chuck it into the bath. Get your, what is it, bicarb soda, another handful of that, Chukare Seiki Chukare, put that in the bath. Pinch of ginger, maybe, not too much. Symbol that. Chukare Seiki Chukare, sprinkle that in the bath. Lavender oil, same again, symbol, symbol, symbol. Put that in the bath. And then symbol the whole bath as well. There are so many different dimensions to that kind of bath. Oh, I can remember it was just, I had a normal bath and it was a bath, great, whoopee-doo. But then you put all this stuff in with symbols on it. Oh my God, it's a whole other layer of cleansing. And I remember I used to make these packs by doing that and putting them in the sandwich bags. And I'd printed out the ingredients on it, how much was in there, stuck it on the bag, put a nice little tie on it with a card thing. People would buy these at the market for like $5 to $7. Oh, and I remember a couple of people would always come back and go, oh, can I have some more? Because it does something. Symbols do stuff for different people. It's amazing. So I don't do markets anymore, but if you guys are doing markets or anything, or even for clients, if you've got clients coming, make up a Reiki Detox Bath pack with those ingredients in it. Just rewind the video and have a look again. And use your symbols. It just adds a whole, like I said, a whole other dimension to it. Okay, so we've had a shower or a bath. Relaxing. Yeah, good stuff. Okay. Reiki Relax. So let's say you're in your pajamas now, might want to watch a bit of Netflix or read a book or something. Again, hook up with your team. Well, they're already here because you've got them for the whole duration, but acknowledge them throughout the day as well and say, hey guys, had a fab day. Time for me to relax. Can you please run some energy through me now for a self-healing for me, for my highest will and good. And just sit there and chill. Hands over your heart, solar plexus, sacral, wherever, and watch your movie. They're doing all the work. Okay, just get out of the way. Right? No expectations, just let energy flow. And then with your sleep, Reiki sleep. Again, just having your guides there, giving them thanks for being there for the day and just letting them know, hey guys, I'm going to go to sleep now. While my body is sleeping, please watch over me. But then I also hope to communicate with you deeper. When we go to sleep, we often leave our body and we get busy. That's probably why so many of us wake up tired, because we've just been flat out busy. So this is time that you get to talk with your team and maybe even put the intention out there and say, guys, I want to remember this in the morning, and when you get back in your body and you wake up and you might have a realization that, shit, yeah, I did do that. This is what I tell you something that I did. I went I was on a ship. I can see the ship, and this isn't, spaceship sky thing, but we were human. We had these uniforms on, and my job was to gather data from the clouds. And it was so real. And I had this, it wasn't a tablet, but you know how you can bring it up and you do stuff here and everything, and measuring data from the clouds, and that was my job. And it was very real. So for me, that's what I did one night. Okay, this was a few years back now. But try and remember, or ask to be remembered about some of the trips that you take while you're actually sleeping. A good book to read is A Soul's Journey by Peter Richelieu. Richelieu, Richelieu, I think. A Soul's Journey. That was fabulous. And it's about this man, and his brother died, but his brother comes back while the man's sleeping and takes him on all these different adventures and journeys. And yeah, it's fantastic, the way that he's written his book. You've heard of the book. Have you read it? It's amazing. Hey, Emily, how are you? So can you guys think of anything else? That's what I've got here. So you're basically having your team with you 24/7, you know. But what else have you guys got in mind that could be done? Just pop a comment below and we can all, you know, play around with these ideas together and see what other things work. But having the team around sometimes, and I've noticed sometimes, well, you know, the human mind, how we get sidetracked and have a down thought. And sometimes I'll be going about my day and my thought will go down, and then my team will say, hey, you don't need to be thinking like that. And it's like, oh, geez, thank you. So it's just, you know, snapping me back into keeping myself on track, you know, because this is your team. These are your guides. And just because we're hooked up to Reiki and our Reiki guides, when we're attuned, we've got a heck of a lot more spirit guides there that can walk with us. And our spirit team always changes depending on the level of awareness that we're at. And I know some guides you'll get to know really well, and I have in the past, and I remember one day that guide left and someone else was in their place, and I got quite upset. I'm thinking, you know, where have they gone? And they're saying, you need a new guide now. And I'm thinking, I don't want a new guide. I want my old guide because I know that one. you know the energy. It's like, it's a good friend. But, you know, as you shift and change, you need different people to come in and guide you. It's the same in life with the physical people in your life. When you get rid of, well, let's just say it, the toxic people in your life, higher vibrational energies will come in if you allow them in, and so on and so forth. So then you walk with them for a while, and sometimes we outgrow people in our life, and then a new lot come in. Sometimes we fall back down again, and then they come back again. So just being aware of different frequencies and vibrations as you go about your day, and this is what your team can help you do as well. No more ideas, guys? I'm going to flick up here and see if I can... No. Oh, well, if you think of anything, just pop it in the comments below, and we can all just play around with energy. That's what we're doing, you know, finding our way.